gathered a list of every kind of guitar store I could find.
From places with walls filled with guitars to those housing instruments over 100 years old. So over the next few weeks, I'll be traveling to all of them to see how different the experience really is. And at the end of this video, the store that impresses me the most will be receiving this Golden Guitar Pick Award.
This thing is not plastic either, and it's bigger than my head. Starting with the pawn shop, which are usually known for jewelry and other type of things, but this store actually does sell guitars, so let's see what they have.
Now walking in, I was kind of surprised at the amount of gear they had because they had a lot more than just guitars.
There's a drum set that they have. There's also a Marshall Bluetooth amp over here. Then of course, some more amps, spider amp, saxophone, if you want one. Ooh, a flute. But it's a pawn store, so you really don't always know what to expect and everything like that.
So after searching around for a little bit, I saw a guitar that piqued my interest.
Is it cool if I try one of these guitars? Yeah. I've always loved the Telecasters.
You could find this guitar, but to find it in silver is extremely rare.
Shout out to the employee there because he literally set everything up for me, from the amp to the stool. Super nice. And just for fun, I'm keeping the running total of the price of each guitar I played in this video. And let's just say a few of them get pretty expensive.
It's a lot more in tune than what I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, me too.
So after playing some more instruments and a $400 banjo,
yep, I don't know how to play banjo, so I'm gonna put this back.
I decided to ask a couple questions.
Do a lot of musicians come in here?
They come and go. I mean, we definitely get regulars, you know, local musicians.
He also ended up telling me that back in 2019, they used to have a bunch of guitars. But when the pandemic hit, people bought them up. And ever since, fewer and fewer guitars and instruments in general have been selling. But even with the limited selection, I did find a couple interesting guitars. But if they want the Golden Guitar Pick, they're gonna have to earn it. So after finishing up there, I headed to the Wild West of guitar stores.
Facebook Marketplace. So with Facebook Marketplace, you can find a range of things. There's a lot of personal sellers on there, like pretty much your average Joe. However, Facebook Marketplace is kind of known for having some sketchy things happen. However, I did find some great deals and stuff, so let's check out what they have. So I just searched for guitars, and this is what we're seeing. So we got $40, $75. We got a Mark Mitchell, a little kid playing guitar. Guitar Lele. I feel like I've seen these Japanese Takemi. That sounds Japanese.
It looks like every other guitar.
Oh, wow. This one's a sponsor one though. So they paid for like an ad. Not bad. I see a lot of acoustic guitars. Let's see if we can find any electric ones. We got this red Squire Strat. Okay. I like the red, it looks sick. Sometimes you can find some funky ones, like this electric guitar with a mini amp. Like look how small that thing is. So I actually already messaged the seller. I'm gonna be buying one of these guitars. Hopefully I don't get scammed or robbed. All right, so we're supposed to be pulling up soon. I have no idea where he's at, but he said 7:30 after he gets off work. Hopefully I don't get scammed.
Now the guy I was buying the guitar from didn't come out at 7:30. So after waiting a bit, I started to wonder what was going on. But then this happened.
Hello. This is the guitar, eh?
Yes.
Is this your company or?
No, it's not mine. It's my boyfriend's.
So this is the guitar. It feels pretty light. I like the finish of it all. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. What's your name?
He's over there.
Oh, he's over there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool, cool. Does he like build these or what?
No.
Oh, okay. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Nice to meet
Sorry, I
you.
was running a little late.
No, all good, all good.
And I have a couple more guitars inside. If I can show you more if you want.
No, this is cool. I've been wanting a Telecaster for a little bit now. I sold my first one, but
Yeah.
I can play around with this one, see what's up with it. How much is it? What?
70.
70? All right. Guys, I did not get scammed, okay? All right, guys, we're about to send the 70 bucks to get the guitar.
Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. I appreciate it.
No, I praise you, brother. I hope you enjoy the guitar.
So we successfully got the guitar. It's nothing crazy, super light to it, so it's not the highest quality, let's be honest. Ended up getting a strap with it, a cable to plug into amps with, and a bag. But hopefully it sounds good. At least it looks kind of cool on camera, you know? How you like it, David?
It actually looks a lot better than that.
70 bucks? I don't know how I'm gonna fly home with this, but again, we're gonna figure this out. On to the next one, which is pretty much everybody's store when they first start learning guitar. Let's go check it out.
Now, Guitar Center is the largest guitar store chain in America, having over 300 locations across the country, which actually makes it the largest in the world.
If we just look around and see the atmosphere, we can see it's a pretty big and open store. Great for beginners to come into, you know, get that first Guitar Center thrill, you know.
There's just so much stuff to do here, like the drum section, piano section, and even a DJ room, which I don't think gets used very much, but at least they have it. However, one place I always find myself is in the acoustic room.
We have a whole lineup of different guitars here and some amps here too, so let's go ahead and play something. Okay, so Guitar Center has this very special place for all their more expensive guitars. They have a bunch of Les Pauls up here, some Strats, some Telecasters, all this other cool stuff right up here, which is really nice to see and everything like that.
However, one guitar caught my eye in particular.
It has these cool American colors on there. Ooh, it has a nice telly sound to it. It's nice and you know?
I thought that guitar was good, but it's nothing like what I end up playing later in this video. But it's time to move on to the main attraction.
A load of different guitars. They have the Eddie Van Halen guitar here. So whatever you like, really like pretty much anything here. Pretty solid guitar. Let's check out some other ones though.
I saw this Jimi Hendrix guitar, which looked dope, and it was only 500 bucks.
One thing that actually stuck out to me was this fretless bass. Like, this is so weird. It looks super cool. Like, I love the wood grain texture on there. Cheers to Guitar Center for having this in their stock.
Now, Guitar Center holds a special place in my heart because this is where I've had great jam sessions and even bought all of my main guitars from. But just because I've shot there before doesn't mean it's a store I'm most impressed with. So before we go to a place that repairs guitars, I want to tell you about today's sponsor, D'Addario.
They sent me the longest lasting strings yet, the XS series. These strings are built with a super thin coating that protects against rust and wear, so you don't have to replace them as often. But instead of just telling you that, I wanted to put it to the test. So I left a brand new set of XS strings outside for an entire week to truly see how long lasting they are in the humidity and the 90-degree heat, which are actually the strings I just put on. And after that, these strings are still in top tier condition. They're smooth, comfortable to play, and even stay in tune through long sessions. So if you want to try these out for yourself, you can get them at D'Addario.com or your favorite retailer. Thank you D'Addario for sponsoring this video, and let's get to the next guitar store.
Which is actually one of the highest rated guitar stores in New York City. But today, I'm checking out how they repair and build guitars from the ground up. Also, this is Tom, the owner of the store.
Can you give me like a tour of the shop?
All of these decapitated guitars, because I do a lot of work on acoustic guitars, and one of the common things I have to do is take the neck off and put it on at a steeper angle. And here I'm heat pressing a neck which was bowed. It's a very fine guitar from the 1930s. It's a solid block of metal with a heating element in it. So basically you heat up the wood hot enough so you can bend it. And so that's a solution for straightening the neck.
I'm gonna do it with iron.
Yeah.
Now, he showed me a bunch of different woods he uses to fix guitars, and part of his process of building guitars from the ground up. Also, since his store specializes in vintage guitars, I wanted to ask him an important question.
What makes the difference between just an old guitar and a vintage guitar?
Well, in our book, a vintage guitar is a guitar that it's sort of like a wine. You buy a bottle of crappy wine, it's not going to ever be a vintage wine, right? Same with a nice guitar. It doesn't have to be a great guitar, but a nice guitar that has a certain amount of age on it would be a vintage guitar.
With all his knowledge and experience, I had to ask him about the craziest guitar he's ever worked on.
Well, there's a lot of them with crazy stories that I've worked on. Jimi Hendrix's bedside guitar might have been the most interesting one because it was an acoustic guitar, and it's not something that you would expect him to play, right? It's very much like this. It was a small-bodied acoustic guitar made in Chicago in the 1921, and you could see that it had been played left-handed.
Wow.
You can tell how much he loves this craft, so I asked him how he first got started.
Basically, I was a graduate student, not a lot of money, and I wanted a better guitar than I could afford. So I made one. As soon as I finished that one, I was like, you know what? I don't really like this aspect of that aspect. I'm going to make another one that's going to be better. And then I started repairing them, and pretty soon I met some musicians who really thought my work was good, and I just kind of got drawn into it.
I learned a lot talking to him, and I wanted to see the vintage store he had, but I had a flight to catch back home. So instead, I went to a local vintage store that was tucked away right next to the woods. Walk in, it was like no other guitar store I had ever been to. There was a vintage record player, a super old radio, vintage Gibson guitar strings, and even an old pinball machine.
Okay, so I'm here with Pete.
What's up? So I'm Pete Buncher. I own Driftwood Music.
So can you take me around some of your most interesting guitars I want to see?
We've got a 1959 Gibson ES-225, a 1960 Gibson ES-175, 1929.
1929?
Yeah. 1929 0018.
The 1929, is that the oldest guitar in here?
Probably not.
Probably, oh.
Yeah.
I see this one. This one looks funky. Is this metal? Is that aluminum?
Yeah. So this guitar, the fretboard and the frets are all one piece, and it was kind of designed so that when you wore through the frets, rather than having to do a tedious refret, you could just slide the whole fretboard off and then slide another one back on. But that one's probably late 1800s, early 1900s as well.
Is this a guitar? Like,
Yeah,
just,
so
it's so small.
They call it a tenor guitar.
Tenor guitar.
Tenor guitars start showing up around the 1920s, 1930s.
Now, I wanted to play something, so I asked if he had any recommendations.
You know what a PAF is?
No, I've never heard of that one.
Kind of the first humbucker that Gibson released. Now, the reason I say first humbucker is there's a lot of debate on that.
Yeah.
Why don't you play this ES-175
Oh, snap.
from 1960. Do you have an amp preference?
I want to play the AC30 again.
Yeah. So this is a 1962 Vox AC30. It would be like the same one that like the early Beatles stuff.
Oh,
was
snap.
played out of and everything. And
Now, I feel when I pick up this guitar, I have to play some jazz.
you can.
Getting to play that guitar on such a rare setup was incredible. But then he pulled out one of the rarest guitars I had ever seen.
So this is a 1946 Martin D28. The herringbone trim, it's this.
Oh, okay, I see.
Every single piece that changes color is a different piece of wood.
Do you want to demonstrate right quick?
Sure.
As I kept exploring the store, I kept noticing intricate things about the store like old sheet music, flying V's on the ceiling, and this interesting sign they had up.
The sign, the fixtures, they all came from the Missouri River. Some of it, actually most of it, probably never even was in a car. We just kind of hauled it up, just walked it up from the river.
He even told me they tore down everything and built the walls and ceilings out of rejected guitar wood, so I had to ask why.
One thing that the internet can't give you is the experience. You know, when you walk through the door, you have this 360 degrees around you, you know, holy cow, guitar shop. As a retailer in today's world, you really have to offer something special. So it was important to me that we created this kind of environment.
Honestly, that might have been my favorite guitar store so far. But next, I headed to a more luxurious guitar store where you treat it like a VIP. And you can only get in with a reservation, which luckily I had.
Hey.
How's it going, man? Come on in. We call this the Cardboard Labyrinth. There is a guitar in every one of these boxes. We probably got more Sirs than anybody on the planet. We've got Collings out of Austin, Texas, Ibanez Prestige, we've got Gretsch Custom Shop, we've got Ernie Ball Music Man.
Now this was the first store that didn't have guitars sitting out, which was honestly a bit out of the ordinary, but we'll get to that later.
And then back here is the showroom. This is where we get you set up.
He gave me a tour of the showroom, which included a really special guitar I've always wanted to play on.
And this is a Sir Mateus Asado right here.
I'm a big fan of him.
Yeah, he's one of the deadliest men on the planet. You got a crazy roasted bird's eye neck right here, locking Sir tuners. You got nice binding, really cool gold hardware. He's such an amazing player. Sir has given him like 3 or 4 signature guitars.
Yeah. I'm waiting for his album to come out.
Yeah.
He's making one. Dang, what is this?
This is a Victorian parlor from Bourgeois, and it's done with a Sinker redwood top and a Macassar ebony back and sides.
That is beautiful.
So this is, yeah, we're super stoked.
Once he finished showing me around, he sent me with the amp and left me to play whatever I wanted. Hey guys, Marty Switch here. Welcome back to your very first electric guitar lesson.
Let's go to the guitar. Look how beautiful this guitar is. It's straight up a masterpiece. Like, I've never ever seen a guitar like this. The headstock, the inlays, well, maybe the inlays. Like the whole wood grain and everything. I mean, I'm amazed, truly. Jesus.
Well, yeah, so we keep everything in the box to keep it in like a perfect hibernation kind of state. You're spending, you know, $3, $4, $5, $10, $15, $20,000 on a guitar you've never played. So the least we can do is make sure that nobody's, you know, touched it, or as few people as possible have touched it.
Yeah, this is definitely not like Guitar Center at all.
Even with most guitars still in the boxes, that store had a crazy selection. Enough to contend for the golden guitar pick. But the next store might top it because it has instruments dating back nearly 1,000 years.
Okay, so now we're in the store and you can obviously see that there are a lot of beautiful different instruments here from all around the world. And now this is Jeff, the owner. And so, can you explain to you what this is? Because to a lot of people, this looks like
that's of a kind
guitar.
of a lute.
Okay.
It's like one of the ancestors of the guitar, but it has so many strings. Lutes usually have double strings and will have 6 courses, sometimes 7. This one has 5 courses, like a lute, where you hold the strings down against frets. But the rest of the strings, all those strings, are all strings that you use as bass lines.
What time period did this come from?
The Renaissance.
Renaissance, okay. Wow. That's really, really cool.
This instrument wasn't made in the Renaissance.Maybe it was made about 30 years ago.
Another instrument that I saw that piqued my interest a bit was, this is the lyre?
No, it's called a krar, actually.
Krar, okay.
And it's from Ethiopia. And this is a small little one, but if you come follow me here, I'll show you a big one. This is what, when you read the Bible about David who played the harp, this is the harp he played.
Oh, wow.
It didn't look anything like a harp like up in the
modern ones we have.
Yeah, those are much more modern European ideas. The oud, the Arabic instrument here, which is the ancestor of the lute, which is the ancestor of the guitar.
Although this store didn't mainly sell guitars, it was still a very special and impressive store I wanted to showcase in this video. But after visiting all these different guitar stores, I still had to answer the question.
Which store gets the golden guitar pick? I've actually thought a lot about this this too. From meeting up with random strangers on Facebook Marketplace to learning how guitars are made and repaired, I liked a lot of the stores. However, there was one store that really caught my eye because the building itself was so unique. Ceilings built out of rejected guitar wood to fixtures from the Missouri River. I've never seen a store so customized like that one. Out of all the stores I've actually went to, your store impressed me the most. I actually have something for you right here. This is the golden guitar pick I wanted to give you.
What? The golden guitar pick? That's
It's like my little award to the store that impressed me the most.
Well, dude, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Shout out to all the stores for letting me film, I really appreciate it. Everyone was super nice. If you're interested in checking out any of the stores, all the names and addresses are in the description. Also, YouTube thinks you like this video, so you should go watch it. Yeah, you should go click it, 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 click it.